Welcome to another video. I hope everyone is doing well. Recently I was contacted by Maxpedition to see whether I wanted to do a review on a new product that they had released recently. So I want to give a big thanks to Tim over at Maxpedition. This is their new pocket organizer that they've released. Now I do know pocket organizers mean different things to different people. You don't always have to carry these in your pocket or have them on your person. You can carry them in a messenger bag or some type of backpack like I do. I will put it in my pocket sometimes, but I like to put things in here that are a little heavier so it can weigh your shorts down. So I find that leaving it in my backpack or leaving it very accessible is kind of the way I've been using it. That could change in the future, but for now I've been carrying it in a pocket in my messenger bag, and I want to show that a little bit later. One of the things that I do like about it is that it kind of acts like a toolkit where I'm able to swap out things in my pocket that I may need for a particular moment. They do make this with a lanyard so that you're able to run this cord through and either wear it crossbody if you want to, or as like a necklace or a lanyard on your chest. I've found that it's kind of bulky doing it that way, so I'm currently not using it with the string, but I do keep them together in case I want to. So you can see I've got just some different tools. I wasn't really going to go into the tools themselves, although I'll put links to them in the description below. Let me go over the specs a little bit real quickly on it. It's made of 500 denier Cordura material that's very water resistant. One thing that I like is that they use real YKK zippers and the pulls, where I've seen some companies, they will somehow get a hold of these pulls and it will look as if it's a YKK zipper, but this part won't be from YKK. So it's real nice that Maxpedition spends the extra money and uses higher quality parts in their products to really make them last. Wherever possible, whenever they do stitching, you'll see that it's been double stitched. And I've got some other Maxpedition products that I'll be able to show you a little later that show that in more detail. But anytime that they can, they'll double stitch and they'll put a box and an X stitch in it to keep things staying on. So you can really pull on things and they're just not going to fall off. So as I say, some of the things that I'll carry with me is a little screwdriver, and there's some bits in the handle, and there's some more bits right here that I'll use as well. One neat thing is it's got a little pencil, so this one is a pencil tip. I do carry a little pry bar with me, and I've got the Right in the Rain notepad and a one of the Fisher Space pens on the front side here. And then on the back side, this is kind of where I find that I'll swap parts out. So I've got this sort of razor knife here, but then I'll also sometimes swap in a larger blade knife in this pocket. And in this pocket I typically keep just a little bit larger flashlight. It's not a super bright one, but you can see I've had this for years and it has just never failed me. So I like it. Just runs on a AAA battery. And then you do have this inside pocket as well. So I have put some chapstick in there, a small little lighter, some extra batteries for the flashlight, and just some band-aids just in case. Now, one of the things that I had done and I was really excited about when they contacted me is I had recently got into having a pocket organizer, and this is just the inexpensive one that I bought from Amazon. that did have a couple of pockets. It's a little on the small side, so I wasn't able to put a whole lot in here. So I really was excited when they contacted and asked me about this. So you can see the difference, and I obviously wasn't able to put nearly as much stuff in this one as I am able to with this one. Now I will find that if I've got shorts on this past summer, I'll put a couple of small things in this one to be able to use it, but vast majority of the time I'm using the Platy. Now I'll just show you in a comparison to some of the other Maxpedition products that I've had in the past, where this was actually purchased in 2016. So I've had this almost 10 years now, and you can see that this stays in my range bag all the time. So and it is just as nice as the day I bought it. But this is kind of what I was talking about, is where they'll double box stitch and they'll X in this also to really keep these very sturdy. And they've always used the YKK pulls and zippers. So I've got that one, and then I've got a couple more that I leave in my range bag too. These were purchased in 2018, and these have been in my range bag since I bought them. And you can see, same thing, YKK zippers, but the material that they've chosen to use really just holds up. And you can see just everything is double stitched. Very high quality. So, same thing. And I've just got pistol and rifle cleaning kits in these. So. Now, as you can see, this is the messenger bag. I cleaned it out just because it had gotten filled with some grass and stuff, so it's probably kind of empty now. But typically what I'll do is I'll have my iPad or a small computer in there. It's got different pockets, but one of the things I have found is this fits in here perfectly. So I'm able to just leave this in this pocket, and then I've always got access to all these tools, and I can just lay this out and either use what's in here or swap with whatever's in my pocket. Typically, speaking of that, typically in my pocket I'll have a couple small things. I just don't like a bunch of junk in my pocket, so I've got a little pry bar, a little Swiss Army knife, and a flashlight. Really, the purpose of this video, I felt, was there's quite a few videos that just talk about the product itself, but I kind of felt like for people that are just starting to be introduced to products like this, why would you do it? Why would you spend money and buy something when you could just have cargo shorts and just leave a lot of the stuff in your pockets? And it's because of the organization. It's quiet. All of this stuff is in here, and it just doesn't take up a whole lot of room. They really thought about the engineering that went into this. Is really, really nice. It's one of the nicest ones that I've seen of any of the organizers that I've seen on Amazon or any of the other websites. So I really give props over to Maxpedition for that. Now this product does come in two different sizes. There's a 4x6, and it comes in black and multicam currently. And then there's also, and that's what this one is. This is the 5x7 model. You can see here actually. And it's also the same thing. It comes in black or multicam. So I just chose the black. It was a little bit more subtle. So I will put a link to this equipment too, just in case anybody's interested in some of the other tools that I've got in here. But I'll have links to both sizes on Amazon. So I really appreciate you coming and spending a little bit of time with me and looking at this product with me and kind of seeing why you would want to choose one of these over just leaving the stuff in your pocket. So hopefully you enjoyed this and you found it interesting. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe, and you'll get notifications of when I make new videos. I do have another video coming out shortly this kind of expands upon one of the projects I built many years ago, where I felt that the project was lacking an on-off switch. So I'm going to kind of go into detail about how I did that. So stay tuned for that. And again, thanks for stopping by, and hope to see you in the next video.